Hi, hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am so glad to see you. I do not remember who I got the idea for this video from, but in this video, the wheel would be deciding what genres I will be reading. I'm gonna move you a little bit so you'll be able to see my laptop.
2 hours later.
There we go. I adjusted everything, so now you can see both me and my laptop with the wheel opened. I decided on a pretty simple wheel. At first, I entered like 7 different genres, but then I was like, let's just stick with 3. Here we have fantasy, romance, and mystery. So let's spin and see what book I'm reading first. I have 2 books left on my April TBR. So if we get romance, it would be A Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. And if we get mystery, it would be The Murder Game. And if we get fantasy, I don't know. I'll just say it later when I want to read. So now let's spin and see. Okay, we got romance, which means the first book that we'll be reading is A Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've heard incredible things about this book, even though it has a trope that not many people love, which is reversed age gap, but I've never read books like that, so I don't know what I think of those, so I guess I'm about to find out. Well, I did not anticipate this would happen, but I'm sick.
Bruh.
I guess you can hear it in my voice because I'm talking through my nose, but hopefully you can see that. I tried my best to cover everything up, so please ignore my voice. I have my drink with me. It is just water because it is my 6th cup of the day and it's just 1 p.m. So I already got sick of tea, so I'm just drinking water. This is a big problem for me because I'm not a drinker. I hate drinking literally anything, and on a daily basis I don't drink much, so when I'm sick it is a big problem for me to start drinking more and more. But whatever, we're not here to discuss how much I drink and what I drink. We're here actually to talk about what I've been reading for the past couple of days because I believe it's been like 4 days since we chose our first book. That's embarrassing. The first book I chose was The Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. And I actually ended up finishing it in 2 days, literally like in a couple of sittings each day. Because when you're sick, I feel like just a quick romance or a quick mystery thriller is the best for your mind. At least for me it is, because you don't need much brain power to focus on it. You just can quickly run through this without really concentrating or thinking much. So that's exactly what happened to me while I was reading Part of Your World. Like I said, I did finish it in 2 days, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed it a lot. I gave it 2.5 stars, and please don't hate on me. I really thought I would love this book and I would be really obsessed with Abby Jimenez, her writing, her story, her characters, her world, but I'm afraid I'm not. At least from this book, I'm not seeing myself really being obsessed with her and her becoming my auto-read author. While the story was fun, and like I said, it was really quick and fast and easy to grasp, it was not something for my liking. It was too surfacey for me, and apparently that's not something I enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I love Ellie Hazelwood, and I would say her books are not that deep, but the way Abby Jimenez tells story and just the story in general, I did not really connect with. How almost childish or fairy tale-y it was. How our main male character literally had no flaws. He was just this perfect man, literally everything she ever dreamt about, except that he was 10 years younger than her, but that was mentioned a couple of times and then everyone just forgot about it. And the fact that they had this crazy connection, crazy chemistry literally from one night stand, I could never believe that. I'm sorry. That's just not what I'm looking for in the books. It did feel extremely insta-lovey, and I don't like insta-love. Also, what I really didn't love was kind of magic present in this book. How there was rain and lightning and all of that without clouds, and how town as town in nature and not people reacted to some stuff happening. Are we for real? Are we literally for real? The conflict, though, did feel realistic, and I can see that being a real problem where one person can't leave their place and the other person can't leave their place, so the compromise must be made. But I did see what was coming and how everything will resolve and how the story would end. I don't know, maybe somewhere from the middle of the book, I literally like, oh, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna be made. And like, yeah. that did happen. So that was not really unexpected, and I was like, why did it take you that long to figure everything out if I figured it out literally in the middle of the book? But I also did kind of enjoy this book because it was fun time, it was easy fun time, and I was giggling and kicking my feet a lot. So my rating is for that, but everything else that I listed above did kind of give me an ick. People talk about Abby Jimenez's writing style, but I don't think it's something unusual. Honestly, it is this typical romance book writing style, and I have other authors whose writing styles I really love, and this was nowhere near, so I can't say that I vibed with her writing style a lot. I'm gonna stop being a hater. Please just remember that these are just my thoughts and feelings. I'm happy if you liked the book. I just personally didn't really love it. And let's move forward to the next book that I started. I'm gonna insert the clip of me picking it because, of course, I did use the wheel. So here we go. I just finished my previous book, so now it's time to decide which book I want to read next. So we're gonna use the wheel again, of course. That's literally the concept of the video. I'm sick, so I'm not showing myself, so you can see my arm and the wheel. So let's spin. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna find the mystery book that I want to read, and I'm gonna get back to you once I've chosen what I want to read. So as you saw, last night I started The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So far, I can't really say much because I just started it. I think I'm in the 4th chapter right now, so not much has happened, but I'm already loving the atmosphere. I'm already loving the writing style. Something about it is so gripping, and I just can't stop thinking about the book, even though I'm not that far into it, but I really want to know what happens next. Honestly, I just love mystery books that have unique concepts, something that was never done before. And I'm just hoping that it's going to be done well and that I'm absolutely going to love this book. That is all I had to share with you right now. I'm going to go and read a little bit more while I have some time and while I don't really have much homework to do. So let's go and do exactly that. I'm still not well and I don't feel like showing myself on the camera, so this is an alternative that I thought of by still giving you an update, but without showing myself. I am closer to ending the book and I find it so intriguing and so gripping, and I literally can't put it down. I just want to continue reading and reading and reading because there are so many plot twists, so many reveals, and I just can't think of how everything is gonna end. I do have some ideas, but I don't think those are gonna be true. The setting, the story, the characters, it's just all so interesting and so unique. And I'm really, really, really curious to see how everything is gonna turn out. So see you later because I'm gonna go and finish the book. Let's talk about The Only One Left by Riley Sager because I did indeed finish it. I knew I would like the book, but for some reason I did not expect to love it that much because I ended up giving it 4 stars. First of all, the concept was so unique. I've never read something like that before, and as a person who reads a lot of mystery books, or used to read a lot of mystery books, I feel like a little bit I can judge what's unique and what's not, and this was definitely unique. The writing style, the characters, how characters talked, and how the author described some characters and events, and this atmosphere was just immaculate. I really liked it, and for that reason, I'm really excited to read his other works because I think I might enjoy them. I loved how twisty the book was and how many reveals and plot twists we did get. That's something that is always gripping for me in the book, and it worked here. However, I did guess one reveal, or like, it's not really plot twist, it's rather a reveal. Not that I like fully guessed it, this possibility crossed my mind, and at the end it turned out to be true, so I'm really proud of myself. I understand now why this book is so popular and why it's so beloved, because, well, it's good. It's really, really good, and I highly recommend to check it out if you're interested in it. I also really loved this rhyme that was in here about Lenora Hope. I feel like it's just so creative, not only just to create a book, but also create a rhyme that is highly intertwined into the book, and literally the whole plot of this book is centered around this rhyme. I find it just so creative and I really enjoyed that. It was really fast paced. I read it in a couple of days, even without reading 24/7 because I didn't have time, unfortunately. But it was just so gripping, so interesting, and I just didn't want to leave the world. It's not a 5-star because it doesn't feel like one, and I'm not sure I'm gonna think about this book too much. Plus, some stuff at the end that was revealed and some plot twists kind of felt too convenient at some sorts. That's why it's not a 5-star, it is 4. Thank you so much for joining me while I was reading these books. I'm sorry for the inconvenience of me being sick and that you got literally no clips of me reading or me talking about the books whatsoever. I deeply apologize for that. I am now well, so you can expect more videos or reading vlogs from me. Of course, if you're interested and if you're interested in staying here. Again, thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you very soon. Bye bye!